Assalamu alaikum class. I hope you all are fine and taking good care of yourselves, and please do not waste your time. Keep on studying, keep on learning all the topics from your books, and keep on learning the new things also. So we are going to start the new topic from your unit number 2. As we have discussed earlier about the structure of the cell, the structure of the chromosomes actually. We have discussed about cell division. Cell division is a process by which a cell divides into two daughter cells. And we have discussed about the parent cell. The cell which divides is called as parent cell. The cells which are produced as a result of the cell division are called as daughter cells. Now, we are going to study a type of cell division that we call as mitosis. In mitosis, the parent cell divides and form two daughter cells, which are going to be the exact copy of their parent cell. Before the mitosis or before the start of the cell division, the parent cell passes through a phase called as interphase. Okay, this is an interphase that occurs before the cell division. During interphase, chromosomes in the nucleus are duplicated. That is, the copies of all the chromosomes are developed. Okay, so before the cell starts to divide, there is a phase called as interphase in which the chromosomes in the nucleus are duplicated. Now we will discuss different phases of mitosis. You can see this kind of picture in your book from mitosis. Alright, so there are different phases of mitosis. I'm going to explain you it a little in detail, I think, from your book, because you are going to study this topic. This is going to be a major or a very important topic in further in your 9th biology. So please listen it very carefully. So this is a whole stage of mitosis. The mitosis is divided further into 4 phases. I'm so sorry that my board is very small in size, so I have to draw it like this, and you have to just tolerate this because of all the inconvenience, and I think you might understand with all this kind of diagrams. So mitosis is divided actually into 4 phases, that is prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. So we have discussed that in interphase, that was before the cell division, that this chromosomes gets duplicated. Now this is a prophase. Okay, this is a prophase. Now you can see this is the cell, this is the nucleus of the cell, this we call as the nucleus, and the membrane you can see is called as nuclear membrane or nuclear envelope. Inside the nucleus there are chromosomes. In this case there are 2 chromosomes are present inside the cell. Now this is a parent cell that decided to divide itself. Okay, now what happens in prophase actually, the genetic material in the nucleus is in a loose thread-like form called chromatin. Now in the prophase there are 2 centrioles. See, there are 2. These are called as centrioles. Okay, the each centriole duplicates, and then the both centrioles migrate to the opposite poles of the cell. You can see they are present here. Now they migrate to the opposite poles of the cell. Now what happens that they start to give rise microtubules. It consists of some kind of protein that is present in the cytoplasm. These microtubules form spindles that we called as spindle fibers. Okay, this is a cell. Okay, this is the nucleus of the cell. Chromosomes are present inside the nucleus. The 2 centrosomes are present here. Okay, so you can see centriole or centrosomes. Now centrioles are present here. they starts to move to the opposite poles. Now here you can see that they have migrated to the poles. They form spindles between them. These are called as spindle fibers. Now the major difference you should recognize here is that here nuclear envelope is present and here the nuclear envelope is not present. The nuclear envelope gets disintegrated during the prophase. Now what happens in the metaphase, that the spindle fibers is formed, right? Now the chromosomes will start to set in this spindle fiber. Actually what happens is that chromosomes arrange themselves along the equator of the cell, forming the metaphase plate. Now these chromosomes arrange themselves in the equator, means in the center of the cell. See, they were randomly present here. Now they have set themselves in the center of the cell. This stage is called as metaphase. In the anaphase, you can see that it's the chromosomes. What happens to, you can see there's a difference between this metaphase and the anaphase. Now the pulling force divides the chromosomes, the sister chromosomes. There's a pulling force and they divide this sister chromosomes. The sister chromosomes gets apart from each other and the sister chromatids are now sister chromosomes and they are pulled apart towards the respective centrosomes. The other spindle fibers also elongate. At the end of the anaphase, cell has succeeded in separating identical copies of chromosomes in two groups at the opposite poles. So, let me just see, there was chromosomes with sister chromatids in the prophase. The nuclear envelope disintegrate and spindle fiber is formed in the prophase. In the next phase, the chromosome starts to arrange themselves in the middle of the cell and this is called as metaphase. Then in the anaphase, the pulling force starts to act on these chromosomes and the sister chromatids get separated from each other. Okay, now these sister chromatids get settled down at the opposite poles of the cell. Now the last stage is telophase. Telophase is actually a reversal of prophase. In telophase, you can see the nuclear envelope forms around each set of the separated chromosomes. Both set of chromosomes now surrounded by a nuclear envelope and nuclear division is completed here. Okay, see this, and this sister chromosomes gets settle down here and this sister these are sister chromatids, now are sister chromosomes and they get settled at the opposite poles. Now the nuclear envelopes form around the each set of chromosomes. In the last stage, the cytoplasm, here the cytoplasm will divide and cell membrane is formed and this will result in the production of two daughter cells. You can see now in each daughter cells there are two chromosomes. Okay, I know there is there is an absence of sister chromatid, but the chromosomes are still two. 1, 2, 1, 2. So there are two daughter cells, each having two chromosomes, like exactly like the parent cell. It also had two chromosomes, but there are sister chromatids here and they are not sister chromatids here because the parent cell duplicated itself during the interphase. This is called as mitosis. Thank you so much.